بدندر بزن بریم. چه اینجوری را میره نکنه سنگین او سنگین هم What؟ چقدر سنگین هم دادم دار اوکی I guess اینجوری میریم آروم باش اوه من یارو اومده بود پس فقط ربات بفروشه دادندر what the hell این چیه؟ اوکی واقعا برام عجیبه چرا هیوی لود یعنی انقدر سنگینه داره گایدز یکم سرفه دارم بریم گریت کاک بگیریم پیسی پیسی ویو یوتیوب از کجا باید ببینم Sorry.
You again. I thought you'd receive us. The Felly Lou. I'm glad to see you found it. You defeated. Make good use. I don't intend to.
Arsenal çağır.
If you haven't already, father is, I'm sure to. Yes, I'll see you again. Yes, I'll see you again.
İnan tanrım şunu. Kendiniz korkma. این در بازه حالا.
Are you that Newt? You've done well. I interpret the words of the fingers. Look there. The fingers tremble. Let their wisdom. Great Elden ring. Anchor of all land until it was shattered. Tragic corruption of across the realm. Foul curses and but the greater will. And so it is that the brave tarnished. Your great runes seek enough to become Elden Lord. Let the words of the fingers guide you. Well, a remembrance of Demi. I'll say these, and I will. The fingers.
من نمیخوام.
The children of the god tainted pants. The great old hardy. The demigod rigor.
دیگه حوصله ندارم.
The children tainted pants. The great hardy. The demigod rigor.
خب. اینو نگه می‌داریم.
Let the war.
حالا همه بگید ماشاءالله. بقیه ویدیو
So, it's actually, she might, hang on one second, let me test this. I think she might have some stuff right now if we just do a world state refresh.
هیچ.
She still doesn't have it. Okay, so that means that it must be killing the second demigod that unlocks that potential. So some other things to touch on. We're going to talk quest chains. His quest chain doesn't really pick up until the Altus region, so talk to him if you want. It doesn't really matter. D's quest chain, this is going to tie into Fia's quest chain, but we don't need to worry about that for now. Going on over here, now that we've talked to her, this door's open. You can go on over here and you can talk to Gideon. I'm just going to burn through his dialogue and give you a brief overview of his use. So he has just telling us about the demigods. Now what I like about this guy is you can go here and if you're not sure or if you want lore or whatever, this is going to tell you about the various demigods. So there's lots of lore. Go ahead and just ask about Nefeli because that's his daughter and we want to burn through her dialogue. And I would suggest going through this on your own as well, just to learn about the demigods. So it's just it's additional lore and stuff that you're going to get that is good.
نفعی.
Here, we can go ball bearing. We don't see if there's anything else I need from you.
So home armor
Those keys. So I'll show you all the remembrance. I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Loading up on keys is always good. You don't have to load up on keys right now, but since this is the walkthrough, I always want to make sure I have enough to open stuff. Some other quests to touch on. So D's quest chain mainly just gets you a set of armor, but we don't. This quest is more tied on into Fia over here, which we're now going to talk to and get her quest going. Now Fia's going to die eventually, but it's at the very end of her quest. So anyway, just go in, get a hug real fast, and then we're going to have an option to talk in secret. She's going to ask us to find a dagger. And by the way, all of these NPC quests, none of these are pertaining to the platinum. If there is something that you're going to do that could potentially cause you to miss the platinum,
هیچ چک کن توش فارسی هدم الان یا نه دیلی داره aynaş no one
we'll explicitly mention that when that time comes. Up until now, the only thing that we've done towards our platinum is, of course, get two. We've gotten a couple kills. We've gotten just the bosses we killed. You know, the guy down south, Margit, and then of course Godric. All three of those were.
Would you like me, Blessing? Would you like me?
Yes, I want another hug. See if we can advance our dialogue more. So right now, the only thing we need have been boss kills going towards our platinum. None of the NPC quest lines in the game relate to the platinum at all. There's a couple of different items that we need to get for the platinum, but we haven't missed any of those anymore. And of course, I'll point those items out as we get to them. But yeah, so I've seen a lot of people like, hey, you know, the Wolfman won't come down with Snap. Or, you know, hey, that NPC doesn't want to talk in secret. If you run into something like that, don't worry about it. Just move on to the next step in the videos. You know, you probably went and did something in the world that caused an inconsistency, but, you know, you can still continue regardless. You're not going to miss your platinums at all. There's a couple of different items that potentially cause you to miss the platinum. I'll point those items out. That NPC doesn't want to talk in secret. If you run into something like that, don't worry about it. Just move on to the next step in the videos. You know, you probably went and did something in the world that caused an inconsistency, but, you know, you can still continue regardless. You're not going to miss your platinum, so just continue. So you can go ahead and talk to Rajier if you want. Tell him you've defeated Godric. He's going to go on and give you Rogier's rapier. Should be nice for certain fields to talk about the courts. And then talk to you. So there's a little bit, I don't want to say conflicts, but there's a couple of intertwining threads with these quest lines. Dee's quest line ties into Fia, the lady that gives us the hug. And Rajir's quest line he's more a precursor. He is not needed really for any of these quest lines, but talking to him, he'll give you some additional details. If we go through Dee's quest line, you're going to get another armor set. You're going to be his brother, and then eventually his brother is going to be the one that kills Fia. But if you don't talk to Fia or Dee, you don't need to worry about that. You still get his particular armor later. And Fia, as long as we get a key item going through Ronnie's quest line, which we're going to get into later, we can go and do the very end of her quest line. So for the most part, a lot of these precursor steps, when I'm talking to NPCs and whatnot, it really just kind of gets you starting more towards the quest line. A good example is the Wolfman. Meeting the Wolfman, he leads into Ronnie's quest. Whether you meet him, we'll get to that church in the Weeping Peninsula, that southern region north. You may remember we found that art picture in the Weeping Peninsula, that southern region. Now, there's a couple things we're going to go snag real fast. The first being right here at the Church of Pilgrimage. This is the northern church in the Weeping Peninsula,
Church
southern region.
Pilgrimage.
You may remember we found that art picture when we were running around the castle. So we're just going to go straight north. Showing on the map where we are. Church of Pilgrimage, this is where we went. This will get you the Warhawk Ashes. So those crazy birds with swords that were attacking you, you can now summon your own crazy bird with sword. The next thing I'm going to do is, right here.
Ouch. Dead end there, dead end there. What the hell? دادن در اینا چی هن؟ این روبوت ها چی هن؟ دادن Spicy content چیه ده؟ Oh my god. بریم برگردش انجام. این نایت بات رو باید اد میکردم یادم ریموو شد. Museum. زدن که باید حرف بزنیم حالا Boy, what the hell, boy? Boy, no way, boy. I'm about to buy.
You are so. I was known after I lay to do so before I was away. Pray, despite so plea. Then good day.
این همون شد. یه بار دیگه حرف زد فکر کنم آره. یه دابل چک کنم. بیا بغلم هاش خانوم کاش خانوم کاش خانوم بیا بغلم کاش خانوم ده همون شد او دادی اسلو موشنه دادن دار او دادی حالا میدونم میخوای بغلش کنی تا آخر عمرت ولی خب اینو پایین حرف بزنم
We meet again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearing, but I'm quite unable to move. So, what do you need? Dee is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together, but our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate for two friends. Dee was telling that he discovered the mark of the centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious, then we may be able to form. If only I could speak to them in person, if they were like you. The misshapen corpse on that is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot. As that fate happened during someone stand on a that was, and it became. I once wish the world as you'd better understand that I urge thee. Well done. Something to mark the occasion.
Okay.
No need to be.
بله خب dead ender I'm back.
Oh,
خب این کوستلاینش انجام ندم نه؟
A couple people pointed this out. So line ties into a little bit. I don't want to say conflicts, but there's a couple of intertwining threads with these quest lines. Dee's quest line ties into Fia, the lady that gives us the hug. And Rajier's quest line is going to get another armor set. You're going to meet his brother, and then eventually his brother's going to be the one that kills Fia. But if you don't talk to Fia or Dee, you don't need to worry about that. You'll still get his particular armor later. And Fia, as long as a lot of these precursors, we're going to get it. And while we're on, you can now summon your own crazy purple sword. The next thing I'm going to do is,
اوکی. ما هم که حرف زدیم با این حرف نزن میره اینجا. میره اینجا پیرمرد مهربون فایته میده. این وارمستر شک کیه اون یارو گنده ها میان صبح که لازم نیست نگرانشون باشم. صدا بازی زیاده باد میاد. بذار خب من خواستم صدا باد بشنوید این ویدیو.
here. A couple people pointed this out, so we're going to get it. And while we're on that note, I'm going to touch on Bach. I'll briefly pull up the map here. So we're in Warmaster Shack, and we're going right over here, so just west of Death Touch Catacombs. So stuff like this is actually why I was so hesitant to do the walkthrough. There's a guy on a horse out here just riding around, and so a couple people have said the audio has been too high on the series as well, so we're going to knock everything down one notch as well. But there's a guy riding around on a horse out here, and apparently if you kill him, he drops an Ashabor. You know, it's like super obscure stuff like that that had me hesitant about getting the 100% walkthrough going to begin with, because it's like, oh yeah, here's this one dude just hanging out, and if you kill him, you get a thing. There we go, Ashabor Golden Vow.
Okay, Golden Vow.
The next thing we're going to do, let's see, we were going to go out here. Now, you may have remembered coming on over to this area when we were doing our quick loop. We went over here when we got the greatsword, and what we're going to do now is go grab another quick weapon before we proceed. This is going to be a weapon that is really good for the mage folks out there. In particular, it's right over here. So what we're going to do is just go this way. There's also some stuff we can grab on the hut right here that'll help with rot. We're going to get the recipe to fix rot in a couple episodes from now, but for the time being, as long as you're not going deep into Caelid, rot shouldn't really be a concern. But if you do need to get that, it's in the well area that we overlooked. That's coming up very soon, but I want to get us through a little bit of Liurnia of the Lakes before we go down into Sopra, because I'd say that area is slightly past Liurnia in terms of its difficulty. But right now we're heading to go get the Moon Veil, one of the most ridiculous weapons in this game. This thing's probably going to get nerfed just because of how strong it is, but until it does, it's a fantastic weapon for mages to have something good in their offhand. This is a pretty quick run through a tunnel, so we're going to do this, and then after that we're going to knock out the fringe folk.
Tunnel, dead ender.
That I said to not worry about for the time being. We're finally going to go tackle that now that we are stronger and better suited to a fight. This way. Grab that sign.
کلیت میخواد من فایت دادم دادم من مگه لولم چنده؟ کلیت زده 6 سال بشی. آها حالا 60 با 10 تا چیز جالب شد. حالا چه داره 60 که 60 69 دیگه نایس 69 باید بشم. این یارو داره نابود
actually a couple enough weapons that we get here that are pretty nice. Level up as well. We're going to keep pumping our vigor up. I really want to get up to 40 vigor. That is the first soft cap. Your 2 vigor breakpoints for people that are trying to level up health are going to be 40 and then 60. After 60, the returns are very minimal. But getting all the way up to 40 is really going to help. It's one of the biggest things that I didn't do in my Let's Play series, and it made certain bosses a massive struggle. And like I said before, your weapon damage is mainly going to come from upgrades. So whether or not you have specific things isn't as much of a concern. As a reminder, some of these dudes, the minor dudes in particular, they're resistant to the slash damage we're doing. So if you have like a mace or something, it'll work better, but I'm just kind of whacking my way through anyway. So we're going to make this turn. We just came from there. We're just going right into this little cavern first. Put on this guy. It's going to be some big old squiddy boy that's going to show up. I'll start killing the babies. Come out. While we're picking up weapons, let's actually talk about that briefly, because a lot of people have been asking, you know, hey, I'm getting ahead of you, what's the next weapon I should go for? So as I mentioned at the start, we're playing what's known as a quality build, and the advantage of the quality build is that as we get more and more towards endgame, cross-level weapon, that's a really nice polearm bleed weapon. Just really solid moveset on that. Of course, it has a bleed built in as well. But as we get towards the endgame, our stats are going to scale up, probably in the range of like 50-50 for both dex and strength. And that's just to give us the stats to use literally any weapon we want. So you should already have, if you've been following this guide over in your key items, you should already have this thing, the Iron Wet Blade, which as you can see when applying affinity allows an additional affinity of heavy, keen, or quality. You could pick any weapon that you can customize, meaning a non-unique weapon. So in this case, something like the Bloodhound's Fang is unique, but you could use the Falchion, you could use the Claymore, you could use the Straight Sword, you could use, let's see what else would work. The Hook Claws would work, the Whip would work, the Banished Knight's Halberd would work. This one's considered unique. This would work, this would work, this would work, this would work. And you can pick any of these things, and if you take them and you just turn them into quality using that whetstone that we got, all of a sudden you have a brand new quality weapon. So, you know, don't worry about whether the weapon that you are using is, you know, appropriate. The whole reason that I suggested you play a quality build was because pretty much like strongest all the way. So we killed some more stuff. Right. The boss room's right there. Before that, though, we're gonna open this. We'll grab the next part of Alexander's quest line.
Interesting.
NPC quest lines, they might get you something really cool, but none of them are needed for platinum. If you go this way, this will pop you out into a rear entrance, but you can't. Even if you come in here from behind, that door that we just opened was locked, which is skills are. There's another dexterity. So there's some really nice stuff for these quest lines. So you fought up until now. I might summon this fight. It's probably not going to be needed though. And the biggest only class that I think really needs to kill him right now is going to be mages, because killing him as a mage is going to get you access to the katana, which I'm sure you've seen like a billion YouTube videos about by this point. But melee builds, you know, we're not going to use the thing this guy drops anyway, so if you don't kill him, it's not a huge concern. There's that bleed proc. Yeah, mages, this is all about you just rock slinging. Use rock sling to bop him in the head. Every time you bop him in the head, he's going to fall down.
I'm gonna ignore کنم.
This one for heroes. So this
600 بزنمش
is actually all the way back at the start of the game, the first step. And this is the starter dungeon.
No, dungeon.
I'm doing it earlier than this. Before you go into this, it's good to have either a bow or a crossbow. You're going to want to have something on before you go in and try to do this place, because there's a really unique trick that we can do that'll make it significantly easier, but you're going to need a bow to pull it off. Let's see if Barry has left. All right, Barry has left, so you don't need to worry about talking to him. We are going to do...
Co برگردم به بازی دستم خورد بدن یارو بکشم بو یک کراسبو هم بگیر down, baby. Give me that. I'm golden. Wow, golden. Wow. Oh my god. I'm gonna jump. یادم رفت. اینا رو بده بیاد. اینا بده بیاد. دوتا. این خیلی زیادی میداره. چند؟ 4 4000 تا. این چند تا بود؟ اصلا نباشید چی نمیده که زم داریم. گریتون هم باید اکویپ کنم. دلنده اینم بده. الان دیگه هیوی میوی یخت. هیچیه دادم گوفیه. نه بدش گوفیه. بو هم میخواد. او یا کراسبو. اوکی کراسبو هم بریم اپگریدیشن کنیم. اپگریدیشن قبلش اینو پاپ کنم. یس چی میشینی؟
Those eyes of a chap find them well.
میخوام اینگه 4 میخوام. خودش پلاس اینو چه 5 کرده؟ 5 برمی شد؟ نه 4. اوپسی. برم اینجا میتونم اینجا یه دونه 4 بگیرم. تو اصلا نداشته باشه اینم There we go. اون چه؟ نه اینجا هم چند تا لوت بود برداشت. ها سامبره این چی داد؟ اوکی همشیر راه بیرون نداره؟ نه مثل اینکه بدبخت شدیم. تونل بری بیرون نمیتونی ها. چه دمیجی میدیم داریم. اینا رو یارو چجوری من بیرون میره؟ یا اوکی نکنم. دین دین دیرن دیرن دین دیرن. الان که بو نمیخواد اونجا بشه. آخه Hiç nerede falan ya? Nerede? بده اینم آنه یه بار چیزی نیست نباشه اینم آنه بپرم چی میشه این نه اینم بده رسیدیم که اوکی Oh. No, but good job. Hey, Alexander.
The esteemed warrior. This was supposed to be a dead end. I'm sure. What's going on here? A door from well. Gosh. It's time the festival. Doesn't the
Dead end. Of dead end there.
festival? Doesn't the yeah, the festival. Doesn't the
خب چه قایم کردی بی تربیت میره بیرون اوکی من اینکه باسر که نمیخوام بیرون باس بذارم باس گردیم آقا بیا درست کن آقا
Your divinity. I didn't. I'll be doing my just layout.
باید اکلیپش کنم از کراسبو من چیزی یادم نرفت. نه دیگه هم بود. این کجاست؟ این پایینه؟ پایینه مانه.
His quest line, though, that continues in the region we're going to get to in the next episode. So yeah, you can do this area earlier, but early on, I think the boss of this area is a little bit hard to tackle, which is why I don't recommend people do it until around this point. We're going to spend our souls before we win for sure, because there's a good chance you'll probably die here multiple times. Not because I don't believe in you, just because this area is, it's basically a dungeon filled with BS. It's very similar to Sense Fortress, but not quite as bad. But you'll need a stone sword key if you don't have one. Of course, you can always buy them from merchants. We're going to get down the ladder and then start running. As a general tip, you should not roll through poison. If you roll through poison, it's going to increase the buildup of the poison. It'll make it like hang on your character longer. So you can see the item up there. Don't go for it just yet. There's this chariot that will come running on down. And if the chariot touches you, you're probably dead. So now the chariot's fast. We're going to run. In particular, you'll see these little grooves that we can hide in. Can I make it? Yes, I can. And now we're going to pass again. If you're having trouble, you can go to the first groove and wait. But we want to get to this third little area. And then we're going to drop down. We're going to run over this way. And right here, where things split. It's coming already? Hang on. I want to get that one piece of loot. I think it's just like a rune 3, but I'll get it anyway. It's golden rune 5. There we go. Now you're down here, gargoyles. We can go down further, but ignore that for now. The first thing we gotta do is take out these gargoyles. Come on, man. Put my lantern on. And this place, I mean, if you know what you're doing here, this place is a breeze. If you don't, it sucks. Because you're just getting... That chariot is basically an instant kill. If it touches you, you're gonna die. So, here's my guy. Two-hand. We're gonna aim. And you want to fire off a bolt. Hit that.
Okay.
Oh, no. Shoot one again. Okay. Thought I had to reload. So it'll just reload on shot. But yeah, so hitting that with any attack is going to lower it. So all we've done is we went ahead and we lowered that right now. Just so the fire doesn't hit us. If the fire does hit you, you saw how much damage it does. I'm going to go left first. There's some guys. There's a couple that are going to try and get you as well, but just run and kill this one. Put on that lightning grease for this next encounter. No, fire grease should work just fine. I'd rather say fire. It's more common at this point in the game. I think we can craft it already. Let's see. Yes, we can. Ooh, and I got plenty. Let's load up on fire grease. Yeah. Alright, so going into this area, there are two enemies that are going to try and get you. They're very hard to see with your bow. So the best thing to do is to just fight them. You can kind of see a lump on the ceiling that's right at the tip of my head. And it's those things from near the start of the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to run straight over there. And we should be able to fight the first one while the second one stays back over here. We're going to focus on killing that thing. And then we're good. So get over here. Grab that item before it can potentially kill you. These guys, like I said, this place is going to be a little dangerous.
Dangerous. Boom.
Okay, one's down. Now we don't actually need to kill the second. All we need to do is get across the bridge. But if this one's going to sit there and wait for us, we're going to try popping up some bolts and see if I can lure him over here. So fight him if you want, but you don't have to fight him. Particularly, you can see how there's like a sign down there. We're just going to go right around here and we're good to drop. I don't believe these guys follow you. And then we just drop again. Now we're down in this gross little, I don't know, blood swamp or something. Go up this way, and then over on the left, once we get up this elevator, there's going to be a dude. Actually, we go up a little ways, and then we fight the dude. That talisman we just got, the Emergency Saver. This is pretty nice. It raises HP, stamina, and equipment load, but the very early one, this first one, is kind of weak. 7 stamina, and as you can see, I'm getting like 30 health from it. There's a +2 and a +3 version of this. The +3 is pretty good. The basic one, though, not as good. So kill this Banished Knight. Oh, God. Oh, no, I'm stuck. Bro! No. Oh, my God. Terrified. Scary boy. So go on and pick up that stone sword key, and then we're going to swap to our crossbow, and we're going to wait right around here. Now you can see up top, that we have these pots. We can make the pots fall and destroy this chariot. But first we need to get the chariot heading on down. So just hang out here, because the chariot goes based on where you're going to go. We need the chariot to turn in this direction. There we go. Alright. Fire. In particular, you want to hit it like right around the time he starts moving this way, so like... So he turns, we're going to look up, we're going to aim. It might take a couple tries to hit this thing. Might not have more bolts. Alright, so that one lift a little bit. That's what you need to do. And you get 3 tries to pull this off. It's hitting us, so we're gonna wait. It's going down. It's turning around. Oh, that one was farther back. I only got 1 more try to do this. I'm gonna time it for right after he hits this space and turns, so I can do it on cue. Oh no. Well, that's disappointing. Well, so yeah, if if you can time it right, those will actually destroy the chariot, which makes your life a whole lot easier. If you fail to do that, then things they kind of suck a little bit more. So, I suppose it's all good that happened. Because now I get to show you the other way to go through this.
جیغ میزنن.
He's kind of in a tight path right now, and we need to lure him back up here. Okay, now that he's going, drop down. It's funny in the walkthrough prep, my first arrow shot got it, and I was like, easy! And now I'm like, oh god, no. So right after he turns and goes up, you can actually get pretty far, and that's what we're going for right now. Once you start hearing him, it's time to get into a thing. You might be able to get a little bit farther, but it's not worth the risk. No, oh my god, yeah, I need to wait for him to go. Another Banished Knight right here. So this guy will be about as difficult as the other one, so just be ready. Best scaling talismans in the game. Now,
باشه زهر مار دارم میام. چی میگی؟ چی داد میزن؟ What is blood yapping about? No, not risk it, honestly. Arr. اینجا بمیر بیا پایین هم یه بغل بابا این هلمت داد ها Wolf. این چند تاست؟ 14 تاست. ما که بریم لخته خیلی What the hell چرا این دوتا قیمت اون بعد اونجا میمون ولی تو رو هم میکنی بزنده اونجا نموند بره خورالم کرد واکتور تراش بودو Oh shit, damage. Oh, damage after damage. Oh, فهمید شد چیز دارم اونم اکتیو بود آره همونجا ببین حالا بیا در با Besides, who would shoot you without me, Prime? Time to find out. Transformers. اینجا که لوت نیستش دیگه دور این تم میکنی یادم دور گیر کردم اوکی این میاد این اصلا براش مهم نیست من کردم بریچ کلاس شدم باید بخاطر اون اومد یعنی مثل اینکه اصلا یارو براش مهم نبود اصلا براش مهم نیست دادم دیگه blood does not kill اوه من مقدمه میبرم ماسی هیوی لود این چرا خودم Bye bye. Alright. اوه. نورم بده. آها. نمیشه داشت دار. یعنی ها این از چی میکنم just okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. خب رونم هم که دیگه به در نخوره. تموم شد رفت. این طرف آره میدادش Oh, I'm the main character, bro. Oh, great family. Hadi per final. Woohoo. میره پایین. آره میره پایین. یارو اینجاست. میره بالا. نه ارتش. ارتش دیز نات. یه دومه بدم. اصاب بدم. خب یعنی دارم یه دنبالم. دنبال لازم. What the hell is this? مردم. Fuck. ببینم اونو بکشم دیگه اسفان نمیشه ها؟ به چی؟ تو رو خدا دیگه اسفان نمیشه. تو رو خدا رو برای من رو راحت کن. خب نیست. خب میشه باد میزن. نیست. یوهو به به هک. خیلی واسه چون برام این همونجاست. آره این همونجاست. بدم خب بینم اوه بابا بیرون again chameleon sit over there.
In particular, spells do not scale off of your stat whatsoever. Spells will scale off of the scaling. So this says incant scaling. This says sorcery scaling. So what that means is that number is what's going to determine how strong your sorceries are. That number, the incant, is going to determine how strong your faith spells are. And at least from all the ones I tested, I found that Dragon Communion Seal was blowing away some of the other ones. Now, I didn't go all the way up to the soft cap of 80 faith. That's the I think I can get down to the one. I'm a little close. Leading on the path. Obviously, you got. I'm gonna wait here for him, so we need to go all the way down. So I want him leading on the path, heading up before I try to make my run. Now, obviously, if you do manage to hit the pots and destroy this thing, none of this matters. You can just run through here freely. Obviously, you gotta worry about the enemies at that point. Kept going, that's good. And we're just gonna go all the way down. See him down there. We're gonna kind of target that because he's gonna start coming straight down for us. Who's coming, please? Right, and we're all the way at the bottom. So thankfully, we got a, oh my god. gotta stay here if you die. But in here, you're gonna fight another sea beast, which I think that they've been, the names of these things have been found, and it's like,
الان میام بچه. Da, da, da. Huh. Da, da.
yeah, I think they're called tree spirits, yeah. Full serrated tree. Okay. Or whatever the cases. This is like the 6th or 7th time I've seen it happen. It definitely makes the end of those fights a bit easier. And with him down, we now have access to the OG, my boy Oleg. Now, Oleg is not considered a legendary, but he is super good. This guy has like double claymores, does a ton of attacks. Oleg straight up carried me through the majority of the Let's Play, so I cannot overstate enough how awesome of a summon this is. He does cost 100 FP, so obviously that's going to be a pretty beefy investment into mine, especially for my strength gain. But mages, personally, I like Oleg more than I like Lutel. Oleg does work. So anyway, we are wrapping things up here. We can obviously leave with the grave done. In terms of the well, let's real fast. Let me just talk about. I'm going to talk about Bach because people are like, "What about Bach's quest? You missed Bach." Bach might be gone already. I don't even know. We're going to find out. So Bach should be like right over here. There's an NPC right around here. I think it's this bush. But he's hiding as a bush. It's a demi-human. Not that bush. It's this bush. Not that bush. Anyway, there's a demi-human NPC out here that hides in one of the bushes. No, He's right by this thing, but I'm not seeing him, so I may have already advanced his quest line. But ultimately, you don't really get anything from it. If you do his quest line, what you do is you give him the tailoring tools, and then he offers to tailor your gear for free, and then, you know, he'll move around the map a bunch. And this is why I'm not covering him, is he doesn't give you any key items, anything important. The only thing he does is right here when we go to... Oh, I jumped down. When we go to this grace, and we go over to Alter Garments, and we do this, and it's 500 runes, he lets you do that for free. But you have to travel to a specific race every time you want to do it, and on top of that, he hops all over the map. So, to me, I'd rather... I mean, the 500 runes is a convenience fee. 500 runes is absolutely nothing, and I'm not traveling to one spot just to take a cape off every time I want to do it. So, if you want to do Bach and his quest line, feel free to look at the guide for it. I'm not going to cover him because he's not relevant, in my opinion. You know, there's no key items from him, there's no trophies from him, and I think it's just kind of a pointless quest. So, anyway... Now, I was going to wrap the episode up there, but during the prep streams, we found a cave that I overlooked right here, Toonsword Cave. This goes southeast of the 4th Church of America, down here in the peninsula. So we're going to go back and hit that now real fast. This place is this cave. This goes southeast of
Okay.
the 4th Church.
چشم سپر نوزا خب این از این دونکر داداش literally دونکر literally da. اینو یادم اعصاب ندارم سلام علیکم هیچ گیرم انداختید یادنده خب آها خب اینم اوه دمیج دادم وول میخورید یادم آها سفرا خب اینم ایش اینجاست. Aynen. Tombstone Cave. Zabraş. اینجا بریم ویدیو.
America down here, Reaping Peninsula. So we're gonna go back and hit that now real fast. This place is pretty simple. There's poison, so you can put on Blessed Talisman to get through that. I've already cleared most of this. I'm literally just gonna be running through, showing where to grab the items. We're slapping it on the end of the episode, editing it in before it goes live. So there's gonna be a rune on that corpse. There's two holes. There's that hole over there, and there's this hole. You're gonna take this hole first. That's how we get out. North for now. So then run this way. Then have a rat, and then one more rat. And then you have a big rat. And a piece of loot and a piece of loot. One of them being a cookbook that you can use to make poison grease, which is largely useless because poison only takes for like I think it's 6 damage per second or something. Like it's so minuscule that it's not even worth using on weapons. But so you kill that rat. Get lots of poison blooms here early. And then run around. More moss. And up here there's some plants. Right by the plants there'll be another piece of loot that's an arterial leaf. You can grab that. If we jump back up top to the main room, there's a piece of loot on that guy you can snag. And then after that, the only thing left here is the boss, which is right down here. Check over here. Was there loot over here? Yeah, I think there was loot on that body as well. So grab that. And then go to the boss. It's these flower things. It's a big one. It's a close fight. We're just going to use fire grease. If you're a caster, just, spam spells. Cave I missed, and now you have a talisman that honestly you're never going to use because there's way better stuff. I mean, that gives me 4 more stamina than the Erd Tree Favor, and the Erd Tree Favor also gives me health and a quit load. So, anyway, and adding one more into the mix that I missed. This is right here by Castlemore Rampart. I mentioned there was a seed over here, and someone pointed out that there is actually a death bird that will spawn over here at night. It's those death birds and night riders that get you, man, because you gotta rerun the entire game in darkness to try and find them all. It's just so head basically bearing southwest, Castlemore off in the distance, and right around the time we get past these ruins, I should show up right around these bats. Which obviously this is going to look a little bit different because characters, we're now up to like episode 12 on recording. Which I mean, it's a death bird. You all know how to fight these things already, but going back and covering it. What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. It's time.
Very good. Of. Aynı beza. Numara. Ben doğru. Just. Hiç fire girsem de fix. Aynen malum. Okay. Elemanı. Dedin diyor. Nasıl? Hadi. Ben de yaşamam derken ben de iyi yaşamam. Boom. Çok ya. Boom. Pancara. Boom, boom, boom, boom.
Time to go to our second region in earnest. This is the Lakes of Liurnia. Right over there is my favorite NPC, but before we talk to her, we gotta go pick something up. Because we already had this grace, we just teleported here from the backside, but we're just gonna run in, because so running from Godric over to here, there's only one item to get. You can't really do anything in this place, but there is a Shabriri Grape. Now you'll remember that we actually already have one of these from that NPC that we had killed earlier, so right now you should have 2 Shabriri Grapes, and there are 3 in particular that we need. The third one is gonna come up a little bit later, but that is tied to the quest of the legendary Grape Lady, you may have heard of in the Let's Play and the review of the game. Eventually she is going to get you a really cool seal that scales with like strength, dex, and faith, so definitely worth going through the quest line.
And I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be
So anyway,
somewhere,
she wants a Shabriri Grape, so go ahead and give her one.
now I can put on this kind of blessing.
You got a cool moment for it. And that's it for her for now. So, more steps with her a little bit later. We're going to go here real fast. The last time we visited this zone, for those that are just following the walkthrough for the first time, we came to this zone a good bit earlier and ran around and we got a couple different graces. We got a merchant up here. This is where we turn in stuff. So I would suggest watching that Liurnia loop episode we did, because otherwise you're going to be like, why does he have all these graces? But over here we have Thops. Thops was the basic sorcery merchant. He has a quest, but we need to get a key item, so that quest isn't going to happen until later, so don't worry about him for now. We want to come in here. I'm going to grab this Academy scroll, grab the scroll, and we're going to go to Church of Vows. So we just got to run a bit until we're out of combat.
این که باید بریم اینجا هم باید لول 49 باشه. آیتمای لول 4
Now, there's a couple areas in the game that I'm still discovering that also have nighttime boss battles, one of them being the War Master Shack, the other being the Church of Vows. I didn't find that at all on my other 2 playthroughs, but occasionally you can come to the Church of Vows. Turtle Man won't be there, and instead there's a guy called Ball Bear Hunter. He'll try and kill you. If he does, you'll just respawn right here, which actually, let's see if we can trigger him real fast. Usually it's during the wee hours of the night, so if you're here nighttime or between night and early morning, this guy will be here. And there's a couple places. This guy, you're going to run into this guy throughout the game. You have to kill him in a couple different spots. No, he's not here yet, so Turtle's still here. But yeah, if he is and you die, I mean, just respawn at the grace, pick up your stuff. Try to pass time. Eventually he'll go away. But go on over to this guy, and we're going to give him the scrolls that we have picked up until now. I'm going to talk briefly about some of these spells for my caster boys out there. So some of these are starting spells. Great Glintstone Shard is a little bit stronger than this guy. It's not bad for a single target, but I think Arc is still better. Carrying Slicer, absolutely. This is the best damage to FP ratio sorcery in the entire game. I've done testing on all the spells. If you're talking about what can I get the most damage for, where this has like I think I maxed out, it's around like 141 damage to FP ratio. So for 1 FP, you're getting like that much damage out of it. Highly recommend this. It's also a absolute staple of spell sword builds. Carrying Greatsword is similar to this, but it's more of an AoE option. I wouldn't use it as much, but if you have stuff surrounding you, it's great. Glint Blade, this is more, I think it's useful in PvP, because you're going to cast it up and it's going to be delayed, so you can cast it, run up on the person, and it'll then come out. But this is also a decent spell sword option. Glint Blade Phalanx is okay, but there's better versions of this later. If you really want it for now, it's alright, but don't expect a ton of damage in PvE out of it. As for incantations up until now, this guy sells this. If you want Black Flame Blade, Black Flame Blade is literal garbage. This spell lasts like 8 seconds, which is nothing for a weapon enchantment. Black Flame, it's not too bad, but it's also not that good. And we get Lightning Spear soon, which completely outclasses it in pretty much every way. So anyway, food for thought. But after talking to him, we're going to work right on back to Lake Face Cliffs. Oh, I forgot. There's a needle in the Church of Vows as well. Some people pointed out there's a chest you can grab in there. It has the golden needle. That's pointless to us for the time being. But the golden needle is just unique in that when we go to Alter Garments, if we want to change boss armor, you need to have the golden needle. So we're going to get it eventually, but right now it's irrelevant because we don't have boss armor. So we're going to head on over. Where are they at? There they are. We're going to go down the tombstones first. This one. Whether you want to do this on foot or on your horse is up to you. I feel a little bit more comfortable on the horse because if I mess up, I can be like, oh, and I can aim the double jump to make sure I land on it. But yeah, we're going to jump down the tombstones and we're going to head on this way. That was a poor satchel. Feel bad for this guy. Look, because he was carrying the carriage, but everyone else died, and now he's just stuck with this big old stake in his chest and nobody else.
Tree spear.
Alright, buddy, you know, I was gonna let you live, and then you decided you were gonna attack me. As always, 2 charged heavies with heavy weapons will basically take these guys out. Put on the lantern. I wish it was, I shouldn't have made it nighttime before I left. We could erase it a little bit. So we've done the tombstones. We got the spear in the chest. Just briefly, just.
See? صبحش کنم. ما بری. در کو هلو نه قایم شدم. شبیبری سلام به من شبیبری بده فرما خانم.
Hello, my name is. If I might be so, what is your name? My eyesight is when I eat. blessing. You are the blessing.
این ترتل. او نه به برمیگشتم. اوپسی. ترتل به درد بخورشن. Volviamo. Turtle. Turtle.
Greetings. Oh, very well. Heresy, all thing. Oh, very well. Heresy, all thing. Oh, very well. Heresy, all thing. In a fame when he lived, and as such.
اینم از این. حالا که با بریم فایت بدیم بریم یه ذره فان کنیم 49 بشیم. حالا 10,000 تا یعنی 70,000 تا میخوام یاده انده papaku kupukapu بزنم اون اسپلا 27 اوه لونکی کنم حالا اگه بخوام اینم دارم. اوه. دین دین دین دین دین دین. Kunjur man jadam jarang. Man jadam. ببینم اینجا کامل. یه چند کار میخوام کلامو بیلمو بسم آپگرید کنم. باب صدای قرچ میاد بکنم روی پولت. اوکی. منطقه خوب. Apakah berdoa di off itu? It's scary. All right. So. Oh wait, if I upgrade, it's gonna increase the damage. What? $50,000. God damn. Or I can continue getting my vigor up. Halfway there. Wait, is it? No, it's not. It's not. Okay. Now kinda halfway there. Beep da da dee doo doo dee bee dee bee dee bee beep da da bee da boo beep da da bee da boo bee bee dee bee dee sheep da da sheep da boo. God damn, bro. Double kill. Penta kill. Beep beep da da beep da boo. This is 20k more. 10 more times. 31. Maybe 11 more times so it doesn't give you exactly 20. Oh. I'm gonna go through. Fix. Come on. Let me think now. Mind, huh? Thing is, I'm not gonna be. Am I going to be casting spells? Yeah, probably. Okay, I'll get the mind up. I think that should be enough for me. Oh no. Go back. Alright, let me do go here. This is where these are. Boom. No loot here. There is this guy. There's no room. His ass is down. Oh. God damn. Oh. His ass is down. Go back here.
Look at that. A second. Go to order of acquisition, which somebody told me about this on stream. Blew my mind. But if you push in the left stick, you can change the way things are sorted. Absolutely crazy. 150 hours in the game, just now learning this. But it's a sacred order built in. It's a pretty decent spear. It's a great spear as well, which I think are better than regular spears. So if you're a spear person, this one's all right. So looking at the map, we're going to talk about where we are going next. So we're going to be going along this path, and right here you can see some structures. These are ruins. We're going to be heading on over to there. There's the Cuckoo Glintstone, another Shibriri, and a +5 Fate Talisman. From there, we're going to head to a secondary portion right here along the shore. That's the second part of the Great Lady quest. And we're going to head up to right around here for Grace. So let's go hit those points now. And a lot of people have been asking me to keep the map up longer. Main thing is when I go here and I mark, that's what I would suggest you marking as well. Because we're not going to be looking at the map a ton, but you know, those marks are pretty easy opportunities to do that.
منطقه خب
This race, I'm going to make it daytime just so you can see a bit better. There are some nighttime bosses here, but we are not worried about that for this particular second. But we are going to hit one this episode. In general, at this point, at this point, you should be strong enough that for the most part, anytime you run into a nighttime boss, you'll be able to tackle it at this point in the game. You don't need to worry about, you know, at the start, I saved a lot of them until later. That's not going to be a concern anymore. You should have a pretty healthy amount of health. You should have more than enough of your main stat to meet stat requirements at this point. Be careful with these guys. These guys can malfunction, and I'll try and hit one to. So you can see how they start kind of spasming out after they've been hit, firing arrows all over and whatnot. You let them get too close to you, they'll do like 8 hits within 2 seconds, and you're dead. So yeah, we're coming up to our first ruins, Putrefied Ruins. A couple different things here. Nothing that's like really of a a major threat here. So just kind of go through, kill stuff as you see it. A couple different night type dudes. We're just gonna try and group them all up. You can see this is why I like this area as our second area, because most of the things here we are killing in 2 swings. And this is what we need. That open.
اوکی جای مخفی و ترسناک.
This. We got our 2 fingers heirloom and Shibriri Great. It's going to add 5 to faith, so early on it can help you meet those spell requirements that you might have. And even for non-faith people, what I really like about stuff like that is there are a couple pieces of gear in the game, mainly talismans and on certain helmets, where the gear might give you stuff. Like this is going to give us some intelligence. So if you ever want to try something out and you don't have the requirements for it, try putting on the talisman that's going to boost that stat, as well as a helmet that's going to boost that stat, and you might get enough of the requirements needed to be able to hit that item. Now, while Great Lady is over here again, there's also lobsters, and those lobsters are deadly. Oh, I don't know. They might be crawfish or lobsters. I don't know. Either way, be very cautious with them. They can do a lot of damage up front, like the giant crabs, and their water spit is deadly. So as long as you get the, you are most kind, you've completed that portion. We've given her the second Shibriri Gate, and she's now moving to the 3rd spot, which, for those trying to advance it, it's like way, it's like up here, or up here-ish. But we're not going there for quite some time, so don't worry about it. There's one item right in here that I remember passing by. Yeah, it's mushrooms. So now we're just kind of heading northeast, and you can see where the marker's at. There's a teleporter here. Don't use that. That's going to take us, I'll show you on the map once I'm out of combat here. Should be another grace right around here. Here we go. So that is going to take us right back here to the South Rhea Lucaria Gate, which obviously we're not trying to go there for the time being, which is why I said not to take it. But we got the teleporter, we got the grace. Yeah, let's do this part first. So there's like a little battle that's going to happen.
Grandeur. My name is Tadatar. 12 years old. My favorite hobby? Killing people. Tico. Didn't. Dın. Zaparar. Tree, two finger. Har.
Hello? Would you donate any? I'm on a pill, and when I eat, you're not. They rest there, howling. They're frail, but you. You may the blessing. You may the blessing.
See? Don't take that portal. Charge for run. Hello, namigram. HM konam. میشینم سر جام این بقیهش
Here a bunch of stuff that's going to summon up. I would suggest just grabbing the loot and running through. You know, there's a couple different loots on the ground, but you don't get anything for murdering everybody here. These guys are part of like the Carrion Academy stuff, which has to give you a little bit of lore. You know, at one point the Academy rebelled against the royal family, and so the royal family had guards, and that's kind of all the fighting that's going on in this region. And so this path that we're running through right now, there's going to be a Knight Rider here. We're going to kill him. We'll try to kill him in a second. Melee builds should do fine at this point. Mage builds might struggle a little bit. So if you're struggling, don't worry about it. You get the Ice Spear, Ash of War, which is inconsequential, but whatever, it's cool. But yeah, I want to stress that on any of these world bosses, you know, a lot of people are like, I can't beat the dragon right now, what do I do? If you're fighting any world boss, whether it is a Deathbird, or a Knight Rider, or a dragon, or whatever the case is, they are always there. Night bosses, they don't, you know, ever disappear, with the exception of later in the game, over here in the capital, there are some events that happen at the very end of the game, which will change the capital itself. And at that point, anything you missed in the capital is gone. But obviously, we're going to make that extremely clear before that happens. And that is, honestly, that's so far away, you shouldn't even worry about it for the time being. But so yeah, any of these church bosses you fit, or any of these dungeons that we go in, like, if you're like, oh, I missed that dungeon, or oh, I can't beat that guy right now, just come back later. You know, there's nothing that you have to do when I'm doing it. This is just the order that I found to be the most effective and easiest. So melee builds, you got this down. Just, you know, run up charge attacks.
Okay, monitor.
Get a good hit that hits him out of the horse. That's a bonus. Mage might struggle with this, because casting on horseback, honestly, I think is a little janky, and on top of that, you know, your weapon is usually like a rapier or something. Though Moonveil might make please stay. I go back to Highway North. Just jumping around. So yeah, you'll get some souls, you'll get Ice Spear. After this, we're going to go back to Highway North. We're going to go east for a Sombering Stone 2, and then we're going to go to Cliff Bottom Catacombs. Okay, daytime again. Now this next part is actually something I forgot in the initial recording, so I'm adding it in right here. We're just going to snag this real fast and then go back to the original recording. But there's a tower right over here. We're going to run over there and grab 2 quick loots. In general, if I miss something, the video isn't live, I can just go back and edit it in like this. But once stuff goes live, you know, it's just something I'll cover in a later episode. We got a rune, and then we go this way. We should have a Flintstone cookbook right here. We climb up here. And there's a dude we can kill and a staff we can grab. Now this staff isn't going to be better than the meteorite staff I've already suggested you use if you're a mage. The staff can get better, but you need to be around level 13 on it for it to scale better. But one thing that's interesting is it does boost Flintblade sorcery, so you know, worth mentioning. But anyway, after you get that, it's going to warp on back, and then I'll let the original episode continue from here. So in particular, you can kind of see there's a path right here, and these are the, well, let me remark these. You want to go here, and then you want to go here.
بس بریم کارش Dın. این بالا دوباره. یه بار دیگه میریم بالا. برو پایین. این بده من. دوباره اینجا بریم. شب صبحش کنم. دوباره شبش کنم. قبلش هم بذار کار کلو کنم. Did somebody say just eat? Do do do. Oh. دهنم داره آب میافته. هیله بگیرم؟ نه. دین دین دین دین. این هم از غذا. بزن بریم. دو دو دو دو دو دو دو دو دو دو دو دو. آه گاد منتظر من بودیم. خب وقت فراره. فرار. اوه چقدر دوره. Elder, come closer. آخه نه اینجوری فایتر همشه. بیا دیگه دادن بوم بوم بوم. اسب خرتو بردار برو اینجا بینم چی کار میکنم یه پاک بدم از این بعد کلن دیگه یادم رفت بعدش
So the easiest way is just look at the compass at the top of the screen. We're just heading directly east.
بیل بیلک دارم ما هم که این یکم دیگه الان این کلامارکم آپگرید میکنیم بس فور بس فور حالا این چی میگم بس فور بستش دیگه اوکی پیدا ماله اینجا دستکش خب آقایون و خانوما مرسی که استریما نگاه کردین و تماشا کردین و با من جرنی رو فالو کردین خیلی ممنون ولی دیگه استریما میخوام ببندم فعلا خود